The 5th edition of La Verticale de la Tour Eiffel Tower Race, featuring 130 runners who take on the 1,665 steps of this one-of-a-kind competition. A heart-pounding effort with amateurs setting off first, followed by the elite women and elite men, all with victory in mind, but also records to beat. The records of Piotr Łobodziński and Susie Walsham, who have both won the last 4 editions.
When you are running up, you have the feeling of running in the air. It is very, very amazing feeling. I will have a look at the view when I get to the top. It's the Eiffel Tower. It is one of probably the most famous tower in the world. It is the only race I do that is outside, and so that has challenges, but it really is just an amazing competition. Only 130 competitors. So it's very unique, and it's great to be back here.
It's one of the most famous buildings in the world and one of the most recognizable tower running race in the world. I think that the race is now more popular than the Empire State Building run-up. I know that all the best tower runners will be here, like always, so I want to break 8 minutes again and win for the 5th time in a row.
The evening will get underway with the Eiffel Tower staff making the climb in a relay of teams of 4.
Je suis très heureux parce qu'on fait ça en équipe. En fait, on est 32 de la Société de la Tour Eiffel à le faire cette année. Et c'est vrai que la Tour Eiffel, c'est des défis. Et là, c'est un défi collectif. Et puis plus globalement, les 130 coureurs, c'est super de les accueillir à la Tour. Voilà. On fait toujours des choses un peu de dingue du côté de la Tour Eiffel. Parce que la Tour, c'est Paris, c'est la France. Mais c'est aussi plus globalement l'universalisme.
Four former Miss France winners will make the climb as a team for a noble cause.
C'est hyper important parce qu'on récolte des fonds en fait grâce à cet événement. Donc nous on le fait aussi pour montrer, faire découvrir à tout le monde notre association Les Bonnes Fées et pour toutes les actions assez chouettes qu'on fait. On est tous ceux en fait qui sont dans le besoin, en situation de précarité, de maladie ou isolés. Et on développe pas mal de projets pour les femmes et les enfants, notamment dans les hôpitaux. Donc voilà.
Allez, courage, c'est fini.
The amateurs set off every 30 seconds, and everyone knows what a chance it is to challenge themselves on this world-renowned monument. A magical moment, as if suspended above the French capital, which is more than enough motivation to go all the way, using their very last breath to make it to the finish line.
Très dur parce qu'arrivé au deuxième, le vent soufflait tellement fort qu'on n'avançait pas. Je crois que j'ai plus mal au bras d'avoir tiré sur les barres qu'aux jambes d'avoir couru tellement que c'était dur.
J'ai l'impression quand même. Mais ça va le faire.
The winner of the Battles de Montmartre, Antoine Rousseau, was automatically qualified for the event. He is doing himself proud in his first participation. This type of race, just like a 1-kilometer vertical, doesn't allow runners to catch a breath. They often take off very quickly, but just as quickly the heart begins to pound. Their breath is shortened, and the legs become heavy, and sometimes it is in fact more of a walk than a run. Spectators cheer on the runners, and the encouragement pushes them to dig deep to get a second breath and pace themselves on the flat sections between each floor. French TV game presenter Samuel Etienne is also taking part in the event, but sees it more as a treat to the senses.
Cette ville est belle, elle est magnifique, et la tour Eiffel en est un symbole. Et la voir juste pour soi, et monter comme ça, un peu dans la solitude, parce qu'on monte tout seul dans ce bel édifice, et puis de temps en temps regarder autour de soi et voir Paris autour, c'est d'abord un plaisir esthétique, quoi.
After the first part of the men's competition, Frenchman Marvin Menou clocked a great time of just under 11 minutes. Time now to welcome the women's contest before moving on to the second part of the men's event.
Ça fait, je crois, 1 an et demi que je me suis un peu mise aux escaliers, mais là c'est énorme.
54-year-old Valerie convinced the organizers in her entry form to take part in the Verticale de la Tour Eiffel. Despite her disability, she has accomplished many sporting challenges in the past. Now she regularly takes part in stair races, and she finds extra motivation to carry her all the way to the end. After the Tower Run de Marseille and Paris Montparnasse, Valerie has tested herself today on the Eiffel Tower. She finishes in 52 minutes and 34 seconds. It is an inspirational achievement indeed.
Je pensais jamais pouvoir participer à cette course, donc voilà, je suis très contente. Je pense qu'il faut vraiment débrancher le cerveau parce que sinon, voilà, on n'arrive pas en haut.
After Antoine Rousseau, Audrey Lemerdy also qualified for the Eiffel Tower event after winning the Battles de Montmartre. She has shown she has the same drive and motivation as the men.
Et je suis hyper heureuse de pouvoir monter sur la Tour Eiffel.
Former French national table tennis team member Laurie was born in Cambodia and dreams of running the marathon for her father's nation. She hopes to qualify for the Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Here she is taking the challenge the Eiffel Tower poses. As the women succeed one another, stair racing regulars will set faster times, mastering the climbing technique required, but also the pace management to finish in the upper echelons. Australia's Alice McNamara takes the provisional lead of the race, followed by Poland's Dominika Ulfi, and both finish under 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
Thank you, Paris. You're beautiful. I have a bad injury, so my preparation not very good. So I just hope to make it to the top.
Susie Walsham is the lady to beat at the Verticale de la Tour Eiffel. For the past 10 years, the Australian has dominated all the stair races around the world. She even moved to Singapore and its forest of skyscrapers, each higher than the next. Susie has won the New York Empire State Building race 8 times. She's claimed 7 world titles and won the first 4 editions of the Verticale de la Tour Eiffel.
Yes!
Despite her injury, Susie Walsham wins in 10:16 with more than 1 minute over her nearest competitor.
Pretty happy to come away with a win. It's been a difficult preparation and the conditions tonight were very, very tough, very cold, very windy. But I had a pretty solid race. I felt pretty good during the race, so very happy.
Susie Walsham reigns supreme and keeps her title. Let's take a look now at the second part of the men's competition featuring elite athletes such as Gediminas Grinius, a renowned trail runner.
I'm Gediminas Grinius and I came from Lithuania to run a very strange race for me, you know, the vertical of Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower is kind of a symbol of France, so it's like super special moment and I'm super happy, you know, to do that. A lot of people who are running, they are not running for winning. The same me, you know, sometimes I want to be the normal person and to experience something ordinary, you know. I want to be in the running community and I want to run some races which I'm not good at because it's just different challenges and different opportunities to discover myself.
The pace will significantly accelerate as the competitors succeed one another, where the elite men set off in 1-minute intervals. They come from the world of ultra trail competition, like Gediminas Grinius, or from road racing. And of course, the stair racing specialists are also well represented. They're motivated by more than just victory. For some, it's an adventure into the unknown.
C'est l'inconnu, c'est un truc magique, c'est un truc de barbe. C'est limite une apothéose, voilà, c'est le cœur de la France, quoi. C'est le patrimoine français dans sa splendeur et pouvoir faire du sport ici, c'est juste magique, quoi.
Allez, 18 marches. Former world-class triathlete Pierrick Page won over by the magic of the tower, finished third among the French and 16th overall.
It's my pleasure to be here to run Eiffel Tower, and I'm happy to be back again for the second time. Yes, I'm going to do well for Malaysia.
Malaysia can be proud of its runner. The diminutive Wai Chin So seems to twirl on the stairs. He held the top spot for quite a while with a time of 8 minutes and 50 seconds before eventually finishing fourth.
Now feeling good. In February I had a cold, so I couldn't train as I wanted. But now I'm recovered again, and yeah, let's see what I can do today.
I hope I can get to the podium, but we will see. Quite late now, but I think will be a very good race.
The final 15 minutes of the race showcases an impressive battle among the very best in the sport who race up the 1,665 stairs at an amazing clip. Germany's Martin Riedel tried a new strategy out this year to start at a slower pace. 1 minute and 30 seconds at the first checkpoint and 3:43 at the second. His aim is to save energy for the latter parts of the contest. Riedel finished second last year. It's the fifth time Piotr Łobodziński takes part in the Verticale de la Tour Eiffel. He's right at home. Colombia's Frank Nicolas Carreno will pay the price of his stellar start later in the run. He clocked 1:20 at the first checkpoint and 3:23 at the second, which means he lost time in the final parts. Austria's Jakob Meyer had gotten off to a great start with a time of 1 minute 19 seconds at the first checkpoint and 3:18 at the second. Those last three athletes all started ahead of Polish sensation Łobodziński, all three trying to beat the four-time defending champion. Fourth at the first checkpoint, clocking 1:25 and 3:22 at the second. Łobodziński accelerated where the others were slowing down. His technical competency allows him to take the lead at the third checkpoint in 5:54. And he took it all the way. Mission accomplished for the pole. Mission impossible for the others. Piotr Łobodziński wins the race to the summit of the Eiffel Tower for the 5th year in a row, in less than 8 minutes, more than 50 seconds faster than the runner-up.
5th time first.
The 5-time winner of the Sports World Tour, Polish sensation 33-year-old Piotr Łobodziński once again stamps his authority in this unique competition. The women's race featured participants from 10 different nationalities in the top 10. In the men's contest, the gap is still wide between Piotr Łobodziński and his challengers, as they are all well above 8 minutes.
So like I expect and how my plan was, so I ran below 8 minutes, 5 time already, and won for the 5th time. So really happy. I think even maybe I could run 5 seconds faster because I wasn't so tired on the finish line like always.
The 6th edition of the Verticale de la Tour Eiffel will take place in 2020 and will feature 131 participants, amateurs and elite, who all dream of tasting the magic associated with the 1,665 steps that will take them all the way to the top of the iconic Eiffel Tower of Paris.